Stop learning from textbooks. A warning from a Chinese teacher. Welcome to In Chinese and fasten your seatbelts. I'm Xinyu. I'm a native Chinese speaker and a college Chinese teacher. My students are around the world. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you the things they don't teach you in school. How to learn Chinese correctly. No matter what your native language is, you don't learn a language systematically when you are a baby. Instead, you learn a language by listening to your parents every day.
小宝宝睡觉觉，快点睡觉觉。
This is called acquisition. If you want to learn Chinese, I'm sorry, this video is not for you. Here, you will learn how to acquire Chinese naturally. How to do it? Here I have the best 10 tips for you. By the way, if you are new to my channel, subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you never miss any of my videos. Let's dive right in. Tip number 1. Immerse yourself in a Chinese environment. First, if you can, go to China and live with Chinese people. If you're in China right now, you are lucky because you have the best environment. So throw yourself into it and speak to real people out in the real world. Security guards, taxi drivers, vegetable vendors, and Chinese ladies who are always doing squaring dance are a great opportunity for you to practice Chinese. He is my good friend Amr, who used to be very bad at Chinese. Well, 4 years ago, he went to China to study, worked part-time in a restaurant, and stayed with Chinese. I saw him again this year, and I was shocked that his Chinese is super good and he improved a lot. Surprisingly, he also married a girl, Chinese girl. What a winner! I know you may say, well, I have no money and I'm not be able to go to China. Well, if you can't get a real environment, so create one for yourself. Nowadays, various online applications can easily help you find Chinese friends. So just go for it, make Chinese friends, chat with them, talk in Chinese, and totally immerse yourself in Chinese. Tip number 2, listen to Chinese podcasts. In learning Chinese, listening is very important. It's input. You can speak, write, and read only after you can listen. So I suggest you practice your listening every day with podcasts or Chinese radio apps. Pick any program that you are interested in and just listen. If you are a beginner, you can find podcasts in both Chinese and English. If you are a good Chinese learner, you can listen to podcasts. They are just all in Chinese. They are designed for native speakers. Even if you don't understand most of the content, it doesn't matter. You just need to create an environment for your ears. Long-term Chinese input will make your brain full muscle memory. Here, I want to share the most effective time for me to learn a language through listening. At night, before going to bed, and as soon as I wake up, it's more like you're training your subconsciousness. Personally speaking, it helped me a lot. If one day you dream in Chinese, don't be scared. It means that the immersion is working. Over time, you will be surprised to find out of the blue, you understand the words and sentences that you didn't understand before. Tip number 3, get crazy. Speak to yourself. I've mentioned in the first tip, you can speak with Chinese friends through apps. One more effective way is to speak to yourself. Speak out about your daily routine. 今天早上我7点起床，然后去学校上课。中午我和朋友一起去食堂吃饭。晚上我们一起去看了一场电影。我度过了愉快的一天。Not only that, but you can also say what you did yesterday and what you will do tomorrow. In this way, you can practice the different tenses of past, present, and future. While you're talking, if you come across a new word that you don't know, write it down and look it up in the dictionary. When you're done, repeat what you've said a couple of times, then record it and listen to it. Maybe it sounds a little bit weird, but give it a shot and try to do it once or twice a week and see what happens. Tip number 4, read Chinese books. Reading. Oh my god, reading again? Yes, reading is also the key to improving Chinese. Here, I'm not telling you to read your textbook, if I'm a Chinese teacher, but take it from me. Textbooks, they suck. So I want you to read interesting books or novels. These are some videos I made before about Chinese book recommendation for beginners, intermediate, and advanced learners. Check them out, and there is always a book for you. Tip number 5, write in Chinese. When it comes to writing, it's very important to learn basic Chinese radicals. You can prepare a notebook and write them down. When you come across a word with one of these radicals, write it down in your notebook to form a radical word family. It's more effective than just memorizing Chinese characters randomly. If you are not a beginner anymore, I suggest you keep a Chinese diary every day, like speaking out your daily routine. If you can, send it to a native speaker to correct it for you. Tip number 6, tongue twisters and imitation. I always heard about these questions. 老师，你觉得我的发音怎么样？为什么我发不好3声？为什么2声和3声连起来我就说不好了？ Well, how to solve them? The answer is to practice tongue twisters. They are amazing for practicing pronunciation. Don't ask me how I know. My teachers were famous hosts in China. If you have problem with n and l initials, then practice n l tongue twisters. 刘奶奶找牛奶奶买榴莲牛奶. If you have problem with sh and s, then practice 4是4，10是10，14 40 44. Just do it and you are welcome. Another effective way to improve your tones is to imitate native speakers. I recommend you download a dubbing application on which you can choose videos that you are interested in. 为什么我这么没用？如果可以再快一点，我再努力一点，小五就不会死了。So here we go, challenge yourself in a fun way. Tip number 7, watch movies and TV shows. Watching movies and TV shows is a probably good and usually fun way to learn Chinese. You can get loads of input from them. Using Chinese subtitles can help you understand what you're hearing. When your Chinese improves, try to remove subtitles to practice listening, and also you can prepare a small notebook and write down the words or sentences that you like. In this way, you are listening to a lot of Chinese and you're absorbing all that language, the vocabulary, the pronunciation, and everything. Just go for it. Tip number 8, sing in Chinese. At university, I always teach my students Chinese songs. Through songs, you can learn a lot of words and beautiful expressions. Here, I want to recommend a female singer named Deng Lijun. She's a popular singer in China, and her songs are slow, beautiful, and easy to pick up. If you have been learning Chinese for a long time, then you can try to challenge some difficult songs, such as Zhou Jielen's song. 我虽然是个牛仔，在酒吧只点牛奶，为什么不喝啤酒？因为啤酒伤身体。Or Chinese raps. 平常心最怕平常中停歇，像块冰，忘了比我特的经验。后面说你怎么拼，当然需要信心音，不可以流列地平线。啾啾。Tip number 9, connection, not perfection. Here, I want to share my experiences with you. In 2019, I went to the UK to work and lived with 16 people from different countries. The first time I hung out with them, I found out that their English is so good. I only understand 50% of what they said. I broke down that day when I got home and kept thinking about My English so bad I couldn't understand them. After crying a lot that day, I made a decision. Screw my English mistakes, screw it. I have to live here for 1 year. I need to speak English bravely. So just go for it and don't be afraid to do something silly. So I talked to my friends, my colleagues, old people on the bus, and even strangers at bars. 1 year later, I made a group of very good foreign friends. Well, what's the most important in learning a language? It's communication. It's a connection. When you are learning a language, there is always a person who is not a native speaker but is very picky about others' mistakes and accents. Come on, real native speakers don't care about your accent or mistakes at all. Connection, not perfection. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Dance like no one is watching. And maybe you're not perfect at speaking Chinese, but we native speakers really appreciate that. Tip number 10, don't learn, enjoy. This is the last tip. I always say to my students, I want to say that learning Chinese is fun, it's entertaining. It shouldn't be something that you have to do. Throw away the textbooks that make you want to sleep and find something you like and are excited to do. Here, I'm not telling you don't go to school. There are some teachers, they are energetic, they are amazing, they have very good ways to teach. You also can get a lot from them. But learning is your own business. It's a lifelong process. It's about changing your motivation. You should learn with fun. If you like watching TV shows, then find out Chinese TV shows to watch and guess what's gonna happen next. If you like reading, then immerse yourself in Chinese books. That's how we're gonna learn. That's what you should be doing. So have fun with it. Don't learn, enjoy. That's all about the 10 tips. I think you are lucky to watch this video because when I was in college, I wanted someone to tell me how to study a language properly, but there was no one. I know everyone's purpose of learning Chinese is different. Whether you want to make Chinese friends or study, work, or do business in China. But one thing remains the same. Learning a language can help you to open a door to a new world. For me, learning a language gets me to more places, see beautiful scenery, and meet wonderful people in my life. I also hope that Chinese can bring you to where you want. That's all for today. If you think my video can help you learn Chinese, why don't you be a blessing and share it with a friend? I appreciate you and I wish you the very best in your life. I'm Xinyu. See you next time. 么么哒。